father and son pushed the cow onto the dry well. Then the father smashed the well cover, and the cow instantly fell down. Afterwards, the father and son sealed the dry well with soil. And all these actions they did were actually to cover up the wife he had killed at the bottom of the well. However, that night, howling sounds came from the cowshed. Father Will rushed to the cowshed to check, only to find that rats were actually gnawing on the living cow. But just as he was about to shoot, the rats crawled into a pipe. Will hurriedly went to inspect the pipe, but a foul stench came from the pipe. It turned out that the other end of the pipe happened to be that dry well, so he could only temporarily block the pipe opening. The next day, he brought a bucket of cement and directly sealed the pipe opening. But what he didn't know was that the real trouble was just beginning. Time went back to a month ago. The wife inherited 4,000 acres of land from her family, which turned the man into a wealthy landowner. But just as life was starting to get better, the wife suddenly proposed a divorce because she wanted to sell all the land, take all the money alone and go to the big city, and also take their only son with her. Faced with his wife's behavior, he had an argument with his wife because the land and the son were the things he cared about the most. Thinking of this, at this moment, he suddenly saw the axe in the yard and then thought of the dry well in the backyard. So he wanted to kill his wife. But this plan still needed the help of his son. But when he was about to persuade his son, he bumped into his son and the neighbor girl in the basement. So he took the opportunity to tell his son, not only did the mother want to separate the father and son, she also wanted to separate him and the girl. If he went to the city, he would never see her again. And after the father explained the plan, the son naturally found it hard to accept. So that night, he tried to persuade his mother to let his mother stay. But the mother did not agree, and even gave him a hard slap. Looking at such a heartless mother, the son agreed to the father's plan. In order not to arouse his wife's suspicion, Will pretended to agree to the divorce. That night, they celebrated together. Soon, the wife was so drunk that she was unconscious, and the action officially began.